Okay, I know there's a ton of these videos of footprint insole reviews, people doing the egg drop test, people putting a piece of glass under the insoles and then dropping a bowling ball. But I also have the Niges, but that's going to be for a different review. This one is just going to be specifically on footprint insoles. This is the second pair that I've ever owned. First of all, like, they want you to cut them up. Make sure you have really sharp scissors because these are really chunky and I couldn't really cut them to fit my shoes because, again, these Niges are very tight. So this will make your shoes a little bit tighter, these insoles. This is only the 5mm insoles. The last pair that I had a few years ago were these 7mm Jaws ones, and those allowed me to pretty much jump off of 10 stairs and 12 stairs. Like, I mean, you can see the older videos of me just jumping down over and over again, and I didn't really feel a thing. My knees did. My butt, my body, my hands, every part of my body felt the impact from the big impact stuff, but my feet, they never got heel bruise. But so far, these 5mm ones versus the 7s, they're working pretty well. They custom mold, so you can kind of see the shape of my foot all the way around, and they come with this little heel pad thing which sticks very poorly. The glue on it is really bad, but I'm going to show you guys the difference. So I just thought of this right now. Hold on. Ugh. The insoles that came with my Nikes are the really crappy Lunar Lawn. They always love to use this color. Ooh. Actually, this is a Lunar Lawn with Ortholite, which if you look at Ortholite and you Google it, they got a bunch of contracts with companies, and you can see the bad quality that they do because they're like appealing to like middle-aged people who just want to go walking on the sidewalk and not have like shin splints or something. I don't know. But yeah, so they try to claim, oh, they're thin and they're full of impact. Yeah, no, I can just feel, this feels like paper. Lunar Lawn and Ortholite, like the Nike insoles, yes, they're very lightweight. Look, woo. But do they protect your foot? No, they're just there so you don't feel the like inside ridges inside the shoe. I mean, they are literally pointless. I was skating the Nike free shoes and like just trying to do tricks off a ledge that was like this tall, like an elevated box, just like doing manual stuff, and like I could feel the impact and it would just sting, and I was like, this is horrible. So I actually had to go online and order some footprint insoles because like I was like, there's no way that I'm even gonna be able to ollie down like a 4-stair or something with these like Nikes. I'm sorry, like even if you look at my Costin 1 review, when they had that, the like first pro model like Nike shoes from Eric Costin, like I got heel bruise with those Lunar Lawns on a curb. So you can just see the difference with the footprint versus like whatever's coming with Nike. And they're not really that much thicker, but the footprint is a lot firmer. So this is going to be really floppy and squishy, and this one is firm and stiff. Like, I want to say stiff, it's firm because it can still bend, but it's more kind of I don't know how to use the word, but it's still pliable and moves around, and it heat molds with the shape of your foot. So that's pretty nice. But the impact is just, it's crazy. So it takes a few days to like kind of loosen up the fibers in these. So, you know, don't be trying to like put the insoles in and then go jump down a 10 stair or a 12 stair like the moment that you put it in. It still takes a few days, but they're squishy, but it's not like an instant squish. It's like kind of delayed, because like I actually like did like a weird test where I put these and then some Dr. Scholl's insoles, like where I just hit the freaking thing like my knuckles, and then I did it on the hardwood floor. And these were kind of harder, but it didn't hurt as much. So instead of it squishing, what these things do is they, instead of like, squishing and bending down, they absorb the impact throughout the whole insole, and then they kind of just disperse it and it neutralizes it. So that's what's special about these. Instead of absorbing the impact and kind of squishing down like most insoles would, these just completely like they neutralize it. It's really, really weird. Like you can even feel it like when you're walking, like you feel totally weightless. Like you don't even feel like your feet are on the ground when you're walking. So they're very, very good for walking shoes. So I don't know if you want to spend as much money as these cost to get walking shoes, but they definitely I like to wear them just around the house. Like I'm literally just sitting here and I'm wearing them on my feet. So down to the nitty gritty and how you can actually like learn if they feel good or if they're good for impact, because I'm sure that's why you guys click this video anyways. They really, really do work. It's not a gimmick. Make sure that you break them in and they fit well and you heat mold them, because like now I was able to just keep jumping down a ledge. Like yeah, there was a ledge that was, if you look at my most recent video, I like did a full cab off like a ledge that was maybe like a little bit higher than knee high, and that was the first time doing it off a ledge that high for a while, but I had to keep jumping over and over and over again. And the thing is, yeah, like you won't get a heel bruise, but like your feet they sting every time you jump off something, and that stinging, tingly sensation just kind of builds up and it goes through your whole body. Like it goes through your knees and it just wears you out and it tires out your legs. And apparently these also help with joint alignment for your knees and your skeletal structure. So I was able to just jump down probably like 30-40 times, and then when I got to the car it felt like I had never even tried. So it takes away the little stings, and then also on the big impact stuff it completely just squishes and neutralizes the impact on that. And that's just speaking from the Jaws ones that were the 7mm thickness. So I can't judge the 5mm ones on how well they absorb impact on like really big stuff, but for medium stuff like 6 stairs or just like really tall ledges and other things, they really are pretty sick. Like I was like, why did I not wear these in the past few shoes? Because I kind of stopped wearing the insoles maybe like 3 years ago, but that's just because, not because I didn't want them, it's just because this area completely wore out and there was like a hole through there, just friction, abrasion, erosion, all of that. And I just never ordered new ones because I kind of stopped skating big stuff. But these Nike shoes were just freaking killing me. So I was like, you know what? I got extra money. My job is good. I'm just going to order some. And then I was like, oh my gosh, these are the best. So even flat ground tricks, they help. I haven't really experienced the primo pain. I think maybe I've only landed primo a few times with the insoles, but there's no pain at all with that. So if you hate landing primo and that pain, the insoles from Footprint work pretty well. So yes, they work, and you're able to kind of jump off things. And the biggest reason that I really like these, even if you look at my last video, also like where I was doing like pop shove-its and a few other tricks just off like a fairly low ledge, sometimes like the pain with impact is like if you bail and you kick the board away and you land with your feet, sometimes you don't land properly. Like if you know how to like land properly on your feet and kind of run it out, then you don't feel the pain. But sometimes your foot kind of twists a little bit and you land on like the corner, or your ankle is slightly twisted so like your joints don't absorb the pain, so it just kind of like sends like a shock in your foot. These get rid of that. So when you bail more on like tricks off of ledges and you just want to land on your feet and kind of walk really fast, like it absorbs all of it, so you don't get that stinging sensation. Because normally, like, if you're trying new tricks over and over again off a ledge and you got to kick away, maybe you'll try it maybe like 2 or 3 times, and then your feet sting and you got to wait maybe like, not like 5 minutes, but sometimes you got to wait maybe like a minute or two just until that stinging sensation goes away. But with these, like, you're just you can jump off it over and over and over and over and over and over again without taking a single break, and you don't feel anything. So there's that. And for the most part, for board feel, you can still feel everything, because like I said, they kind of mold and twist. So like when you're sitting there inside your shoe and you're like, you got the edges of your board and you're trying to set it for a flip trick, like it molds over the edge of your board. So it's very, very responsive, and you can feel board feel, but you don't feel any pain or impact because it absorbs all that energy. And then that really goes up throughout your whole body. And I've noticed that like my knees feel a lot better too. Like I don't get that like, oh, my knees are so sore and stiff when I wear these. So yeah, the footprint insoles, that's my little rant. This is my second pair. The first pair, freaking killer, amazing for doing like huge impact. But even if you get a thinner model, like just to like do little tiny like tricks off ledges, or you just want to pop high tricks or just protect your foot from primo, they're definitely worth getting. And so try to find them on sale. And yeah.